And we're live.
What's
Yeah.
good? Let's go.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Basics Podcast, episode 17 with Jordan Weber and
MD Jordan Weber.
name who shall not be named. I don't know. Do you want to be named?
You can just call me Snape if you wanted to.
Snape and Snape. And today I'm smoking on the motherfucking Judge. Right.
Let's go. That shit looks fat, bro. That thing's chubbed out, just like me when I heard about the Queen's death.
Yeah. Hoorah!
Hoorah! America wins.
Oh, let's go. Fuck the lizard people.
Fuck the lizard people. Fuck Jeffrey Epstein. Fuck his buddy King Charles. Fuck all of it, bro. They're all corrupt.
They're all corrupt. Every single one of them.
That's right. That's right.
First
You heard it
thing,
here first.
for everyone that's tuning in, we need you to hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, go comment in the section below because they're trying to ban us. Right now, we have the Matrix from all angles attacking us, trying to ban us and get us off their platforms. We need your help. We need to band together and we need to get the word out. So hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, go comment, follow us on all different platforms. We're on live on YouTube. We're on Rumble. We're on Spotify. We're on Anchor. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Google Podcasts. We're everywhere podcasts can be found. Yeah.
Help us fight the tyranny of the Matrix system, the fucking government overlords that decide what be. Help us fight against that by protecting our First Amendment right to free speech. We live in America. And whether or not you live in America, if you're going to be posting shit in America, you should have free speech as well. So that's fucking crazy what's going on, man. Fuck it all. But that's what we're here for, is to rail against that system and stand for free speech in the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, even the Third Amendment. I don't even know what that one is, but we probably stand for that one too.
But it's for a reason.
The
first two are the biggest.
That's right. Exactly, bro. That's it. All right. Glad we got that fucking cleared up. I did see his interview though, talking about the Matrix and how it took, like, he got even banned from his Uber account and shit. That's just crazy.
Yeah, he had a new interview today with two guys, a PBD podcast. It was like almost 5 hours long.
Yeah, he probably has a lot of shit to say. He hasn't been able to talk for the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks. How long has it been?
Well, he has a Getter and he has a Rumble. So they do. Right. He does his live streams on Rumble now, and he's posting on Getter every single hour. You can follow the Basics Podcast at Powerful Web on Getter. I'm trying to get verified. Help me out. Go follow there. I'm on Getter.
That's where the Powerful Web.
That's where all the cool kids are at, man. They're migrating from Twitter. They're all on Getter.
They're all on Getter. Okay. Fire. I did think, top of the show, we need to address a potential issue that we have going forward, and it's when it comes to the branding of this podcast. When you Google search the Basics Podcast, it comes up with the basics on how to start a podcast from accounts that are way bigger than us. So that's kind of an issue. I don't know what you want to do about it, but it is something we should be thinking about going forward.
Are we doing a name change, dude? This is a golden opportunity.
I don't know. I think we might need to, because I was trying to find us on all the platforms by searching the Basics Podcast, and you cannot find it anywhere. So
there's other podcasts that are named the Basics.
Named the Basics Podcast. I know, bro. So once we get to episode 20, maybe we could rebrand or something.
Okay.
We'll have to think about it. I just wanted to bring it up on air, make people aware that things might be changing. I don't know, but it seems a little, we're two internet savvy people, bro. It's like we can't be getting bamboozled by the search algorithm.
Unique.
We got to be unique. So we'll figure something out. The Basics is great, and maybe it will still be something like the Basics, but something that's more searchable and Googleable,
The Basics can be like a
A
topic,
segment.
a segment when we get into the basics about a subject.
Perfect. Yeah, we'll work. So, guys, major announcement. We will be working on a rebrand.
Full-fledged conspiracy theorist podcast now.
Yeah, we'll be making the hard pivot. That's fucking awesome. But yeah, so that is one thing I wanted to bring up right off the top. The other thing is crazy that the queen died, longest rule in fucking forever or whatever.
But let's be real. She shouldn't have been there in the first place. It should have been a guy. Why is she even there?
Why?
I understand that.
Why would you allow a woman? I heard an incredibly intelligent Kenyan proverb today, and it was from a very wise.
The Ark is hidden in Kenya.
There you go. And so he must have some ancient knowledge that he was drawing from.
Is it? I don't know if it's Kenya or Ethiopia. It's one of those.
All right, I don't actually know what this guy was. He was just African. But the proverb went something like this: one drunk man is smarter than 3 women with PhD.
Facts. Facts.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Facts.
Dude, I got a great name for the podcast now.
What
Instead
is
of the basics, it's just the misogynists.
Yes. The misogynist podcast, bro. That would be very polarizing. I'm sure we would get some views off of that shit.
We might have, along with the hard pivot of a name change, we also might have to make the hard pivot from YouTube to Rumble. After that.
Purely on Rumble, dude. That's hilarious. Well, yeah, we might not have a choice. That might not be a part of the rebranding, like in terms of like us choosing that. I might just come along with it. So be prepared for that, audience base.
Dude, okay. Can I start real quick with the review of the motherfucking Judge?
Please do.
We had a podcast where I started smoking cigars. There's a light, started with a light, went medium, then I went to dark or bold. And I will say, okay, so starting with the light, very light, not my favorite, like too light, too like leafy, too papery. Like, it's like, imagine you just smoked just like papers for your joint. Like there's just too much, not enough weed. That's all.
Got you. Oh shit. Okay.
Medium comparing to this dark, bold Judge, the motherfucking Judge, it was on the darker end. It was much different than the light. And then this, I will say the Judge, it's the motherfucking Judge. It's MF the Judge. It's on the label. That's like the actual name. The smell when it's just sitting, the aroma is the best yet.
Really? What's it smell like?
It just smells good. It's just a normal tobacco smell. It's not flavored or anything. It's smooth. It's a smooth hit.
Is there a hint of vanilla or anything? Is there like some sort of is it like an earthy smell, or is it like a grassy smell, or is it like is it just like wood, like a wood smell? Is that what you were saying? Like wood, like a paper?
It's just a thick. I don't, dude. This is the basics, okay? Let's keep
it basic, bro.
Dark tobacco, and it just smells good, and it's better than the other two.
Fuck yeah, fuck with that. I fuck with that heavily.
Cigar that I've been reviewing so far, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's also the first one where it's not 100 degrees out.
It is right now. Let's see, dude. Last week it was 116. I went
about that.
I went to the turf field. It got up near 140 degrees on the turf. I had a thermometer out there.
Jesus.
Right now it's only 82 degrees in Folsom, and I'm in the shade.
That's incredible, bro. Yeah, it's 78 outside right now. As you can see, I just spent the day painting. I've been doing the second coat on the trailer. I'm all done with the paint, at least on the main part of the metal. I still have to do all the trim, but I got all the brown painting done. And dude, it was so nice out there today, bro. oh my God, I could have stayed out there painted forever, but I had to come in and do this. But dude, it's an incredible time of the year. It is really fucking smoky out here though, bro.
What's it?
We're getting smoked out from Washington, Olympic Peninsula, big fire.
Oh, in the national park over there?
Not Olympic National Park, but kind of like, well, kind of, yeah, basically. Kind of like middle of the peninsula, which I guess is in the heart of the park. So, yeah, so that's fucked. But the temperatures are so fucking nice. But bro, the wildlife, bro, is going crazy. You can keep talking about the cigar though. I have to tell you about my coworker's bear.
Why is the wildlife going crazy?
So, multiple reasons. It was a way longer, colder, wetter spring than it ever has been, really, for a long time. So, none of the base food chain animals really got to repopulate as they normally do. So there's less prey for predators. So predators have been, and with the recent high heat and the dry part of the summer, like where it was raining, it was cold, none of the lower food chain animals reproduced, so there wasn't a food source. And then in combination with it being so hot and dry recently, that has decimated the berries and the foraging opportunities for bears. So bears, they don't have like muskrats, bunnies, and like shit like that. That they don't have like a lot of the smaller game, and like even like the foxes and stuff like that. Like a lot of the smaller game has been eliminated, so they're desperate. So they're coming out and going crazy. And the bears everywhere in Montana have been coming into urban centers way more frequently than normal this year. And just at work, we've had 20 different bears, because they'll come in and track them. And that's just in the last 4 or 5 months. So my coworker, off-grid girl, she ended up, it got so bad. She was being terrorized by this bear. It fucked everything up, bro. Did I already tell you about this?
Oh.
Okay. So it started. This started like probably a month ago now. She had her first sighting of this big ass bear
on her property.
Like it was like in the evening. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Go away. Go away.
Any defense? Does she have a weapon or anything?
Yeah, she does. She has a fucking 45. She's got a shotgun of some sort.
Okay.
And she's got her dad's AR. So she's good.
Okay, cool.
But that's another funny part of the story as well. Holy shit. We'll get there. So basically, like a month ago, she makes first sighting on this bear. Like it comes into her camp with her there. Like she sees it visually. And so she starts yelling at it, screaming at it. It runs away. No, but she didn't know because it was so big. She was like, "Is that a grizzly?" Like, but so technically, grizzlies have not made it this far. Like, there's not been a sighting of a grizzly in this area for a very long time. If you go like 15, 20 miles that way,
east,
then that's grizzly country.
East or north?
That would be northeast. Yeah. So it's basically like the plains of the Mission Mountains, and then you get into this mountain range. The shit is way too steep. Like it's like a lot of these mountains that I'm in right here that go through this valley are like rock face, like jagged drop off. So it's like there's black bears. Black bears are always everywhere, but the grizzlies have not penetrated this far south. That's not really their preferred terrain type. Mm-hmm. You know, they like rolling hills kind of, and like that easy access type shit. Black bears are way more crazy. They'll go a lot more different places. Yeah. So no grizzlies, but she didn't know just because it was so big. She's like, "Is that a fucking grizzly?" And so basically, later that night, when she saw it in the evening visually. Later that night, it came back into camp, and she's living in a yurt, She's it's canvas. And she could hear the bear walking right outside of her tent, basically. And that was the first night that she saw it. That was a month ago. Since then, it has come back pretty much multiple times per day. Goes through her, started going through her trash, that she would tie up in a tree, and it would pull it down, go through the trash. And she had an outdoor kitchen, and maybe about a week into this, it gets into the canvas kitchen and rips apart her refrigerator, her all of her cooking supplies. Everything is all just torn apart, strewn about. It gets food everywhere. So the fridge was emptied of food, and it just throws the food all throughout her property. The next day, and this is when it's 95 out in the daytime, and she's gotten pure sun. I'm sure it was up in the hundreds, no problem. All that food starts to rot, and because it's just everywhere, it's strewn about. You can't get it all, and that draws hornets, meat hornets. So she gets basically an infestation of. This is her words, and I saw the traps that she had filled after the claim was made. She said it's in the hundreds of thousands of wasps.
Huge swarm.
A huge swarm. And so basically, like my knuckle, like pinky knuckle right here.
To the end of your pinky?
Yeah, there's about inch and
that big?
No. Like right here. It's like an inch. They would be about an inch. They're thick. They're beefy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're big. They're the meat hornets.
A picture of a meat hornet?
Yeah, Montana meat hornet, baby.
Montana meat hornet. Okay, go on.
So she gets an infestation of these things on her property at the same time that she's having a bear come in every night. At the same time as the bear ripped up her solar setup, her batteries. It stepped on all the panels, broke all the panels, ripped apart her outdoor kitchen, spread the food everywhere, and then she gets this infestation of hornets. And the hornets she gets stung so many times. She's not allergic to hornets. She gets stung. What's that?
She got attacked.
Oh, bro, so just over time, because she's living out there, over time she just kept getting stung. It's not like they're swarming her or anything. It's just there's so many of them that she just keeps getting stung. So she ended up going to the doctor because she started feeling real sick. And the doctor looks at the situation and he's like, all right, well, I can count at least 45 stings visually that I can see. So she had been stung at least 45 times and probably more.
That is
and she also at the same time, yeah, big ass motherfuckers.
These ones right here, where my cursor is, those are Asian giant hornets. That's not.
No, not those. Yeah, not those.
But no bueno.
I mean, these ones aren't necessarily huge. They're just fucking lean, mean machines, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so she said that there's like multiple tens of thousands of these, approaching 100,000, just in her because she's got 10 acres, and so she just said just in her like 2-acre area where the bear spread all the food out, and just in that 2 acres, there's at least 100,000 hornets. So she's getting stung, gets sick. Apparently, she ended up getting an infection from her drinking water as well. So this is just shaping up to be the worst month of her entire life.
To Montana.
So basically, let me keep going on the bear. So she's and the wasps aside, she ended up getting like 15 or 20 of those wasp traps. She's filled them all. She's filled them all multiple times. You know those ones that are like a can of tennis balls?
Yellow ones?
Yeah, it looks like the size of a can of tennis balls. and she's filled those up. She has like 15 or 20 of them set out. She's filling them up, throwing them away, filling them up, throwing them away, filling them up, throwing them away, like to the brim each time. I need to get some pictures. I didn't really plan on talking about this. I just remembered that this has been a thing that's going on. So she also, at the same time as the wasp, you know, the bear keeps coming back, and she eventually tried to move into her trailer that she was trying to winterize, because she's like, I can't live in the canvas tent because the bear's there. So she moved all of her shit that she had into the trailer that she had, which a neighbor had given her, just like a little 12-foot long.
Like, is it storage trailer or is it like a
No, it's a camper. It's a little camper. Camper pulled behind trailer type deal. And so it's like meant to live in. It's got the bed and everything. And it also had a fridge in it. And so she moved all of her shit in there, was going to try to live in there. And the bear comes around one night, rips the side paneling off of it, breaks the window, gets inside, trashes the place. So that is also unlivable. So at that point, she connects. She's like, oh, fuck this, I'm out. She's like, I'm leaving. I'm going back to Oregon. And then her dad calls her and is like, no, you can't do that. So her dad comes out here, brings the AR, brings the ammunition. He's like, we're gonna kill the bear. Like, so he comes from Oregon out here to hunt this bear for her. And at this point, my boss Burl, the grizzly packer out on Kodiak Island, he gets his bow, he gets his kids. They go out there for a hunt. They don't see the bear, but when they're out there hunting, the bear comes into camp with Heather and her dad there. Heather runs and grabs the AR, peppers his ass. Bear takes off running right in front of Burl and the kids. And Burl doesn't have time to even literally pull his bow back or get a shot off because it just runs straight past him.
Oh,
so
okay. I was gonna say, like, did it get? I thought you were gonna say, like,
no. Yeah, no, we're okay. We're okay. We're all good. But so that was like encounter, you know, real life shit is crazy. Positively, like, this needs to end now. Like, this bear has become way too. They were running a chainsaw when the bear came into camp. They were running a fucking chainsaw and the bear came in.
Making noise.
Yeah, that chainsaw was on. Burl was hunting, and it wasn't out in the bushes. It came into fucking camp. So so she got once. She said she probably hit it once.
Okay.
There was another shot that got hit, that stuck in a tree.
If that
would have hit it.
If that was me and a bear came and fucked up my solar panels, dude, fade on sight, bro.
Fade on fucking sight, fam.
Scalped.
That's right, bro. So so she had basically the most firepower you could possibly get in this area on a situation, because it's bow season, so he couldn't hunt it with the gun. So he was bow hunting, but
tag it.
Yeah, it was going to be legit, but not a chance. And after that, Burl got to look at it. Everyone got to look at it, like, up front, in close, in person. Burl said it's at least 350, at least, if not more.
What day was that?
That's 2 weeks ago.
Has it been back?
Oh, dude, I'm not even done with the story yet. Okay. I'm not done with the story at all. I'm not done with this shit at all. So her trailer's trashed. We have a shot at the bear. They can't get it, so they call fishing game. Fishing game comes out, puts an electric fence around her destroyed trailer, and like the rest of her belongings, you know, that she has. And she's been putting her dogs inside the electric fence too. And she's like, okay, I have this electric fence. And her cousin, who she just went to her wedding, who lives in Polson, that's like an hour away. Her cousin found out about the whole situation, was like, oh, dude, I have an RV, like 1980s, like, you know, it's got the diesel engine and it fucking, she's like, you can just use that. Like, since your trailer got destroyed and everything, now you got the electric fence. You know, you can just take that, park it in there, and use that to live in. She's like, fuck yeah, that's awesome. Because I was offering her the trailer. I'm like, you can stay in the trailer in the meantime until that bear gets dealt with. And she's like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to like inconvenience you or whatever. I'm like, it's all good, whatever. And so she gets her cousin's trailer, or the RV moved up there, puts it in the electric fence, starts living in it for a night, goes to work, comes back. The awning on the RV completely ripped off. The bear had climbed up a tree next to the electric fence, jumped over the electric fence, gotten on top of the RV, ripped it up, went into the RV. Surprisingly, didn't really mess anything up inside the RV, but got back outside, and then climbed up on the roof again. And you could see on the roof where there were cracks from the weight of the bear pushing on the roof of her cousin's RV, like cracking the roof. And then he jumps back over the electric fence. And there's one little spot on the electric fence with like a burned chunk of hair, where you could tell he rubbed up on it, and it like shocked him and like took some hair off, because I think it's like 8,000 watts or something, like the fucking shock on that thing. Like it's like meant to, like if a small animal gets shocked by that thing,
It's for a bear.
it's for bears.
Yeah.
And so there was like literally a chunk of fur like on the electric fence, so you could tell that he had been back. The roof was cracked, the awning was all ripped up, so the guy got in and out of the electric fence. So at that point, nothing was safe. And then she called Fish and Game again, told them about that, and they're like, all right, we're gonna get a trap out there. So basically, like right before that happened, she's like, I can't do it anymore, like, can I stay at the trailer? And I'm like, yeah, totally. So she stayed at the trailer for like 3 or 4 nights. And then once Fish and Game got the trap out there, that's where we're at now. Fish and Game has the trap out there. As soon as they put the trap out there, they had a fresh elk shoulder in it from some like highway, some dead elk. And they put a fresh ass elk shoulder in there. As soon as they put the trap down, haven't seen the bear once.
So they didn't get it.
No, that bear knew that trap. Like electric fence, fine. He didn't give a shit about the fence. Once the trap got put out with that fresh elk shoulder, like rotting, like roadkill in the fucking thing, hasn't seen him once. That fucking bear knows, dude. That's a fucking smart bear, dude.
Those are smart.
That's a smart motherfucker, bro. He has not been seen once. Because as soon as they get the bear trapped, they're killing it. Like that bear is dead. There's no relocating a bear like that. It's too humanized, you know.
That's where we're at now.
That's where we're at now. So she's sleeping there inside the electric fence. She moved it so that there's no trees around it, so hopefully it can't jump over. She's living in the RV with the trap on the where they think that it has a den on her property. That's the idea, is that they think, because there's a really steep part that you can't really get to of her property where it drops off the mountainside, and they think that the bear has a den in there somewhere. So
Damn.
yeah, man. So that's where we're at.
Have you had any bear scares at your property?
Closest one was a quarter mile down the highway, right before you cross the bridge. In order to get to this area, you have to either cross the railroad from the back, or you have to walk in on the highway.
I guess that's pretty good for protection there, because you got a train and you got
I have the highway plus a literal bridge across the river that separates that whole half of the countryside, which most of the black bear would be coming from behind me. But having that constant train making all that noise and going through there so frequently,
and there's property there too.
There is other property, and I'm on a peninsula, basically. Like, you know, like there's bridges on either side for traffic and all that shit. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty safe. I've never had any issues. But that also sucks because my neighbor Jim, not my neighbor, he lives down the road at the other off-grid place between power out here. they get elk just walking on the property during the winter. And like that doesn't happen here because of the highway. And I'm like, that would be fucking sick to have just elk walking across my property.
You ever have deer near you?
Yeah. I've seen the prints in the snow, you know, when I would go out and walk the dog, see the prints back there, fresh prints. I've never seen a deer on my property, but I've seen them just right over the train bridge once you get into the fucking shit, you know. That's what I mean, man. That bridge and that bridge block off all the wildlife, basically.
That's a lot of hard work and money that got destroyed.
Basically all her own shit. Like she was just borrowing the thing from her cousin, and even that thing got fucked up. So we'll see what happens, bro. We'll see what happens. Hopefully she can redo her trailer and live in that this winter. Otherwise, I mean, she's probably gonna have to move back to Oregon. I offered her this place for the winter, but I'm like, it's not gonna have fucking power or shit, so I don't know what you're gonna do. It's like you can live there, but like you'd have to figure out the power on your own and shit. And she's like, yeah, it's kind of doesn't sound great. I'm like, yeah, I know. That's all I can offer though. So
You guys aren't at that spot in your relationship to share your house?
nah, man, fuck no. Where I'm not. She's nice. She's nice and all. She's great. But you know, she's one of those people that doesn't have like a filter. Like anything that happens to her, she's gonna share it. She's an oversharer. And it's like I couldn't be a part of something like that. You know what I mean? It's like the woman that I find, she will never say a single word. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
100%. We're making that pivot.
We're making the pivot.
Change our name.
There we go.
Misogynist.
There we go, bro. Be seen, not heard. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. Yeah, so that's that, bro. It's crazy shit, man. Real life Montana, and I haven't had to deal with that. So
that's the reality of the hard world up there.
Yep. Yeah, man. Hey, what was your baseball post all about? Great seasons is over?
Yeah, dude. Last weekend we had a playoff game, and
how'd that go?
We lost. We lost first round of the playoffs. I pitched a real good game. I was throwing the ball hard. I got a lot of strikeouts against probably the best hitting team in our league. But we made a lot of errors. If we would have had a perfect game with no errors, like good defense, we would have won. But yeah, errors. They scored on errors. That was about it. And then I got it. I almost hit a home run. I went to the warning track, but the guy caught it. And then I hit a triple my last at bat of the season with the
nice
line drive over the center fielder's head. Just absolutely shit on. That was the post I made.
He couldn't even see it.
And it was with the bat that I made on the lathe.
Really?
Dude,
bro.
At the end of the season, I started swinging it. I think I hit with it in 3 different games. The first game I hit with it, I went 4 for 4. I hit first at bat, a single, hit smoked line drive to left field. Then I hit a triple, then I hit a single, and then I hit a double. And then this game, I used it my last 2 at bats. The first 2 at bats, I didn't use it, and I didn't hit good. And then my last 2 at bats, I hit one to the warning track, just slightly off the end. If I would have barreled it up like just a little bit more, it would have been way out. But hit it to the warning track, it got caught, and then the last at bat just fucking just dicked on it. It's a Black Gorilla. That's the nickname. It's the Black Gorilla.
Black Gorilla, baby. Let's go.
With the homemade bat.
That's awesome, bro.
I was like,
that's fire.
In baseball, wood bats, there's a bunch of different models of wood bats, right? Because, they're wood. You could carve them to whatever you want. But there's specifications. You can't go past a certain diameter. They don't want guys swinging a baseball bat that's like that.
This ain't cricket.
Yeah. So there is a limit on how wide your bat can be. And so bat manufacturers don't make anything wider than that. But when you make your own bats, you might like a little bit. So
Let's go.
I think this one is like it's either like right at the limit or like
What's that saying? If you ain't cheating, you ain't playing.
it's got a fat head on it.
Let's
So
go.
but it's not like anything noticeable. It's not like it's that big, you know what I mean? If it was that big, it would be way too heavy. And like I can't even turn something that big on the well, I might be able to, but on the lathes, but you know, I think it's
Cutting it would be a different, yeah.
it's slightly bigger than anything you can get in the store. So it's got a fat barrel on it, but it's also heavy. It's heavy as shit. So I gotta choke up on it. I like there's the knob that like I'm always choking up like that much on the bat just so I could get the head through the zone. But yeah, dude, it's fun to hit with.
Nice, man. I like that you can just apply your own engineering to the game that you love so much.
Yeah, dude. And it feels so much better, dude, when you get a
Of
hit
course.
something that you made. Dude,
Of course.
pass. So
Fuck yeah, bro.
season's done. I've had a damn good season. I'm pretty sure I like led the league in like innings pitched and strikeouts because I pitched
Really?
literally, dude. I pitched like the last like out of the last 6 games, I think I pitched 5 of them and just threw complete games. Every single game, win or lose. Dude, they were just
Why?
because we don't have anybody else. We had we had 2 other pitchers that would start for us, but one guy his arm was hurting really bad at the end of the season, and he did well. He did well this season, but yeah, his arm was hurting, and then the other guy he threw hard, but like his arm would always hurt after pitching because it was his first time playing baseball in a while, and so it's the first time his arm wasn't in shape. But next season he's going to be good. He actually he just moved to Folsom, so we've been playing catch during the weeks. So
really?
So I've been practicing during the week, being able to throw to someone now. And so
Nice, bro.
2 weeks of the season, dude, I've been pitching like really, really good. But yeah,
Fuck yeah.
season's done. And then we got the national tournament in Arizona in Scottsdale in October.
Really? Team USA?
USA, we're combining back with all the guys that split with us this year, and we're getting a team together to go to the national tournament.
A little tournament team.
We get to play on all the spring training practice fields for the MLB.
Oh,
sick. Yeah, and so it's gonna be nice fields. I'm 100% gonna be pitching there. I'm gonna be one of the guys to get the mound, just be in the center, just like getting the ball. It's gonna be so sick. And so the tournament starts on a Wednesday, and I took the whole week off. So we're gonna leave Friday, and then we're gonna have Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We're gonna stop at we might stop at Petrified Forest National Park because I haven't been there. Brooklyn hasn't been there, and I think I'm gonna take her to Meteor Crater because it's pretty sick.
Oh, Brooklyn's going too? Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick as fuck, dude.
We're not gonna go to the Grand Canyon. We've both been to the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon's it's like too big to do anything, really. Like it's like
you just go and you look at it.
Like there's a visitor center, there's cool views and stuff. But if you want to go down to the water, you literally gotta hike a mile like straight down to get to the water. Like in elevation, like a mile.
Oh yeah, no, it's fucked up. By donkey, it takes like 12 hours.
So we're not, like we've been there, we've seen the views. I would like to go back. You know, I would like to take like a whole month off and just travel to national parks, but you know, I got a week, and then yeah, so we got that in what's it, October 23rd or something is when the tournament starts. So we got a few
nice, man.
Before then.
Okay. Are we gonna be missing a podcast on that one?
Dude, no, we'll see, dude. You've been doing the podcast from national parks. We'll see.
So, and this is for next weekend. 2 things.
I will just.
Go ahead.
All right. No, it's on a Tuesday, so if the tournament's on Wednesday, I'll probably have to be in. I'll probably be in town, so I'll have service.
Okay.
So
okay.
I have to do, dude. I could do it driving if there's service.
Fuck yeah. All right, sick.
The cool thing with Zoom is like I could just mount my phone up and We could do on the drive.
So next Tuesday I will be in Glacier. So I'm gonna drive through Glacier. I'm gonna go to St. Mary all the way through to the town. I'm gonna try to podcast from the bar there that has Wi-Fi. Okay. And I'm even gonna call them because if that doesn't work, I know that there's phone service, but it's only like 2 bars. But we used to be able to do it on 2 bars, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fine on 2 bars. It just was a little slow, right?
You see that? You see that?
Yeah, that shit's fucking burning red hot. Holy shit, you could melt iron on that bitch.
So that's like in a month and a half.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
We'll figure it out.
I just ordered some new Vibrams.
Oh yeah?
I'm gonna go hype around all that bitches.
You gonna fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, what's the competition like out there?
Dude, it's teams from it's not necessarily like the best teams from every MSBL league around the nation, but it's teams from around the nation. So if you go, like, guys from multiple teams will get together to field a team to go to it. My dad's team, they go every year, or they were going every year, but his team won the 50 and over age group one year, and they got a fat ring. You get like like the championship rings that sports teams get in the pros.
Of course.
You get a ring like that. It's pretty sick.
Okay. Yeah, I need to do that with the fucking boys. Do a fucking like a soccer tournament team somewhere. Like go to fucking Scottsdale or something and fucking.
We were trying to get an indoor team going because Darius is here. There's Adam Harani moved back into town, but they like guys talk about it, but they're not about it. Like for me, you know me, dude. Ball is life, dude. I'm always down to anything.
Ball is life.
Ping pong, play baseball, play soccer. I'm down to go out, but just for other guys, they're not about it. That's why they're low T, dude. That's why they're skinny.
Low T, baby. Wow. Wait, why have I not heard that in so long?
Because I've been trying to be nice to people, but it's time to stop. Now that we're rebranding, okay, you're about to see the real me. Okay, now that
let's go.
You're about to see the real me. So,
oh my god, that's fucking awesome. Low T. Fuck that fucking boy, bro. He's low T, bro.
People out here, man.
Wow, bro. The high T shakes, bro. I just realized that's what I've been doing, bro. I've been grinding up bananas and motherfucking putting in micronutrients and shit into my shit in the mornings. And dude, it's incredible. This much of a like a high tea shake in the morning. It's incredible what that will do for you. These aren't trademark. These aren't trademark high tea. These are the off brand. Yeah, I need a real high tea shake.
Dude, the high tea shakes have been discontinued. I will say once we ran out supply chain issues. There's a train conductor strike right now.
True.
So, but beef liver is in stock.
Beef liver is in stock.
Beef liver is one of the most nutrient dense foods known to mankind. So I've been eating that every single day, dude. Every single day.
Oh, I meant
fuller. Like my muscles just pop.
I meant to ask you, we need to get your take on this. You should do that TikTok trend where it's like, I'm smarter. I'm better. Yeah, you should do that one. I need to get your take on what the fuck? I just lost it. Son of a bitch. What were we talking about?
Liver? Nutrients?
Liver King. Liver King. So did you see the Joe Rogan video where he's like, that guy's on steroids? There's no way he's natty.
Dude, okay, yeah. He has like 3 million followers right now. I've been following Liver King since he had 4,000.
Really?
Yeah, dude, I've like DM'd and like commented stuff, and he would respond to me. I haven't done it in a while, but yeah, he
Bro,
used to like straight up like have conversations with them.
I could probably go on Twitter. Oh no, it's probably deleted. Dude, I have DMs from Andrew Tate about the War Room from like 2018. I would DM him about it. I was trolling him.
Access it anymore because he got banned from Twitter like 20 times.
Fuck, dude, god damn it. But he has other accounts though. He had like 3 accounts, and I followed all 3.
That's what I'm saying, dude. You gotta get on Getter, dude. Getter.
No, but I know
the Getter is where all the cool kids hang out, bro. Andrew Tate's on Getter. Alex Jones is on Getter. Is on Getter. I'm telling you, Getter is where it's at.
Getter's where it's at, huh?
It's where all the cool kids hang out. You want to be you want to stay a nerd looking at that like trans porn on Twitter, dude. Nah, you want to get on Getter.
Transport. Looking at bot porn. I'm making this one extra special because I'm about to talk about some shit.
You want to be a content creator or do you want to be a content subscriber? Get on Getter. We're creators.
I don't know. Is it? Okay, I was gonna say. I was like, wait, I kind of want to consume too.
Everybody on Twitter is subscribing to OnlyFans and shit. It's not good. They're low T. Twitter is low T. Okay.
That's true, but at the same time, well, I will say, that's an interesting.
I'm working on getting verified over there too. I'm gonna be
verified.
Yeah? I'm gonna have the red V.
Oh, it's a red V instead of a blue A.
It's gonna be
blue check, whatever.
Yeah, but it's taken a long time. But they responded to me. They said, "Just be patient." There's a big lizard on the wall there.
Oh, really?
There's a big lizard that lives in the backyard. We set up a little nest for him. The guy's like, he's like this big. He's like half a foot long.
What's he eating? Bugs? Little cockroaches?
Probably. We haven't had any bug problems back here. I found one cockroach in the bathroom like way back when we first moved in, and I killed it and I haven't seen one since.
Oh, nice. Probably because that guy moved in.
Yeah. But dude, we're going up too. So you said there's a lot of smoke up there. There was a lot of smoke here the last week because of the mosquito fire. They had to evacuate Forest Hill.
Yeah, dude, that's wild.
It's bad, dude. And a couple of nights the wind blew smoke down this way because it's last year there was the whatever the fire was last year. Forget the name.
I wasn't there. I don't know.
That was like off 50. And then this is up like by 80, North Auburn, Forest Hill area. So the wind.
Yeah, you're just down the canyon.
So the wind blew smoke down, and it was
right into Folsom. Followed the river, I'm sure.
That was it was pretty bad earlier or last week, but today it's been good and not nearly as bad as the last 2 years. So that's nice.
Nice. Yeah, it's definitely our season has not been as bad. It's just the last yesterday and today have been really bad. But even yesterday and today aren't as bad as it was last year. Because we got fucked up by some Washington fires last year. We got fucked up.
At least it's not right, like, on you, like, burning your area.
I think last year, too, there was, like, smoke coming over from Yosemite and shit. Didn't Yosemite burn last year? We were getting smoke from somewhere in California last year, too, bad.
There was, like, 3 huge fires in California. The Dixie Fire was up north, and that was the biggest wildfire of all time in America. The Dixie
Really?
Fire. Yeah. Like, out of all, like, wildfires ever to happen recorded in America, like, the Dixie Fire, like, per acreage burn.
Is that shit's probably still got shit underneath the ground still burning.
Well, I don't know, maybe.
Dude, those the root structures will stay burning for years.
Yeah, it hasn't nearly been as bad, but it after like it was like 110 degrees everywhere here plus. That's when it started. But dude, okay. I'm going up by Mormon Immigrant Trail, and this weekend I'm going to collect some firewood for the winter because it's starting to cool down, and
Nice.
going to try to find a new shooting spot because motherfuckers destroyed our old range because it's California. They just fucking came in with a bulldozer and bulldozed the whole thing.
It's fucked.
It is. So I want to get like just buy like a bunch of land and just set up my own range, but land's fucking.
You
expensive.
should buy Heather's land from her.
Is she selling it? Dude, she put it
Yeah, she wants to,
well done.
no.
Oh, because it collapsed. It never got finished.
No. Oh, no, I think you might be thinking of different people. That one is Savannah. The other one is Heather, is the one with the bear. She's got 10 acres. She's the one with the bear that has been getting harassed. Savannah's the hot bartender that also lives upgrade, but she's got kids, and her well collapsed.
Oh,
That's the one that I was talking about. Yeah.
damn,
And
bro.
but
Let's go, Justin, dude.
yeah, bro. Yeah, somehow I'm not banging anyone still. Let's go. Fucking anyway, the she's probably gonna sell because she can't get an address. So you're not technically supposed to live there. It's supposed to be agricultural land. And I think I could probably set up a deal where you could probably buy the 10 acres right there, right outside of St. Regis. And I mean, you could still technically live there, but you could probably get it for 60. She paid 52.
Flat.
It's part of it. A lot of it, yeah. But a lot of it's really dense woods, like super dense woods. It's flat, but it's dense ass woods, like just fucking woods, bro. Like crazy woods. That's why they can't find the den, because there's a part of it that drops off and has like rocks and stuff, but that's only maybe an acre. The other, so and then there's about 6 acres. No, not really. You'd have to drill a well.
But no like river or anything near.
I mean, you're about 2 miles from the river.
But not like is it hiking distance though?
Yeah. I mean, if you do a day hike, if you just go down to the river for the day, but it's not like a casual hike.
Not like how you're close.
Oh, fuck no. No. She's up on the mountain, and she's got 10 acres.
And there's like national forest all around it.
Yeah. National forest. And it's like parts of her property are so densely wooded, you can't even really. We got lost on her 10 acres. It's only 10 acres, and we got lost. Like, she was showing it to me, and we got all turned around and lost because the woods are so dense. It's crazy, but I think she wants to sell it. What?
Is it accessible during the winter?
Yeah. There's people that live past her.
Okay. But she's trying to sell it and move back to Oregon?
No, she's trying to sell it and buy a schoolie.
What's
like
that?
a converted school bus.
Oh.
And buy like 1 or 2 acres. She wants to do what I'm doing, basically. She stayed here for a couple nights, and she's like, fuck, this is way better. She wants somewhere closer to the road so she doesn't have to plow it in the winter. And like all these, like, basically she just wants to copy what I'm doing. But I know that you're way better for it. 10 acres up the mountain, fucking 60 grand in Montana. Like, I don't know.
Maybe next crypto bull run. I don't got that right now.
What is the crypto at?
Okay. Crypto update. The basics crypto update. We haven't done a crypto update in a while.
We have not. Let's go crypto update.
So the big certification.
Oh, wait. Sorry.
Are you taking a peek?
Are you gonna? Yeah. And also, we should do if we got any comments. I don't know if we got any comments.
Yeah, we had comments as soon as we went live before I even posted it on IG. You want?
Okay, before we do the crypto update, so this is going to be the halftime. So we got crypto update coming up, and then we got building blocks of the universe, astrobiology. That'll be the second half of the podcast.
Putting that off.
All right.
So first, LOL. Rich was in right away. Rich was waiting. Tribal podcast. And then Kyle came in and said, I'm here. What's up, boys? Tribal Fitness. Kyle Styles in the building, y'all. Around the building. He said on the building, in the building, around the building. Watch out. I just jogged on my toes from Loomis to Granite Bay Crunch. I'll be ready for fight day. I'm at Crunch now having a smoke. The misogynist, LOL. Rich says the national park. Rich says the national park over here is burning too. Which one? Picture of these Hornets. How many earned runs? Black Mamba, Tribal Fitness, bat side business. What's your best pitch? Let's go, champ. My best pitch is probably my cut fastball, like Mariano Rivera. But I've got nasty curveball and my four seam moves like a two seam. I throw like 3/4 release. So it's got natural movement. So my cut fastball will go away from right-handers. My normal fastball will go into right-handers. So it's never flat. High T, I'm the highest, Kyle says. And then Rich says, ginger, lemonade, kombucha is fire. Maybe ask my stepson. He's got 3.5 acres. But I don't know where that is. But Rich, if you're still here, comment which national park is on fire.
Well, Rich is going to be on next week, right? Is that our next guest?
I'll make sure I'll hit him up. Yeah, let's get Rich on.
Yeah, Rich is. I was planning on having Rich next week if he'll come on.
We gotta get Rich. All right, Rich, and then after him, we gotta get Risty, and Risty will be here and he'll play some beats for us.
There we go. I've been seeing his beats, so I'm gonna go rock a piss.
His beats are fire. His beats are pretty.
I've been seeing that. Yeah. I'm gonna go rock a piss. I'll be right back.
Me too. Intermission. Can you hear that?
Oh fuck yeah!
Can you hear the song? The Mr. Producer song?
Hell yeah!
Oh, okay. I can't hear it on my end.
Oh, I can hear it.
Okay, well we're back. I was trying to play it, but it wasn't playing for me, so I just kept on clicking on it, and it wasn't playing.
Yeah, I was playing the whole time. That was a banger. Love that one.
I guess it's through my speakers, and I don't have the headset plugged in. It just plays it, and I don't get to hear it, so it doesn't cause a feedback loop.
Oh, there you go. Oh, that probably is why.
But okay,
Crypto update.
Rich says it's Yosemite's burning.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So crypto update. So the big certification by governments that big regulation that governments want to see with blockchains and cryptocurrencies, because not all cryptocurrencies are for they're not like Bitcoin, where Bitcoin's only value is like a digital gold standard, right? Other newer blockchain technologies, they have a lot of different abilities to like with smart contracts and ability to file host and host websites and stuff. So there's a lot of different things they do other than just transact monetary value. But anyways, what the regulations governments and nation states want to see is called ISO 20020, ISO 20020. A few, or the most famous cryptocurrency that's been around a while is Ripple, or XRP, that's the coin name, or coin ticker symbol is XRP. And what XRP aims to do is be the new business to business way that banks and nation states transfer money to each other. So right now they use this, like the SWIFT system. I don't know if have you heard of the SWIFT system?
Yeah, I have.
Basically with that, it takes like 3 to 5 days for transaction settlement, right? So like if you do a bank transfer, you'll see like it'll take 3 to 5 days. Like you'll get a pop-up, it'll say like, okay,
I do it every week. I do it from my Montana bank account to my Chase bank account, because there's no Chase, and Chase Bank there's none in Montana. And that's where all my bills are.
So bank transfers and all that, and that's retail. That's considered retail. Like we're an individual, right? But Ripple aims to be like for big business and nation states and banks. And they have a really fast settlement. XRP is ISO 220 certified. XLM, that's Stellar. They have contracts with IBM for some of their technologies that they're building. And there's Algorand. Their ticker symbol is ALGO, Algo. And that was developed by MIT and scientists at MIT. There is XDC is one. I forget the company or organization name that's developing XDC. And then I think there's a couple others, but there's one called HBAR, or the Hedera Hash Graph Organization, and they already have contracts with Middle Eastern countries and mainly Saudi Arabia. So Saudi Arabia, in their new smart cities that are all interconnected, are using the HBAR technology to like interconnect their smart cities. And have you heard of their, like, I forget the city name, but it's like miles long in the center, just one, or in the center of the desert, just one long indoor city. Have you heard of this city that Saudi Arabia is building?
Shit, no. That sounds dope.
I forget the official name of the project, but Saudi Arabia is building a city that's like miles long. It's like
a space city.
in a straight line, and it's gonna have like indoor horticulture, and it's supposed to be all self-sustaining. And it's literally just like, imagine you took like went on a map and drew a line with the ruler in the middle of the desert in Saudi Arabia, and it's like, so imagine Dubai, like way back in the day. Dubai was just the desert, right? And now it's like one of the biggest, most amazing cities in the world. So this is like, they have a bunch of projects like this, but this is one of their upcoming projects that they're starting to build. And so HBAR is ISO 220 certified. And today or yesterday, I think it was announced, but I think today was supposed to be the first day it's listed on Coinbase. And previously, HBAR hasn't been listed on any American central exchange or crypto central exchange like Coinbase or Kraken or Gemini. So Coinbase is finally offering support to trade HBAR, and it was up 11% last time I looked today, while everything
Oh shit.
shit because of the inflation numbers that the Fed came out with today. They had a meeting, and it's worse than what
Really?
I thought. Yeah, and the stock market took the largest dump in like decades. The Dow
Today?
Yeah, today the Dow dropped 1,200 points in one day. And
Oh my god, I've been painting the trailer all day. I didn't even look at the phone until I got in here.
in Montana, you're self-sustaining out there. You got solar. You don't need to.
Yeah, but I have a 401k and that's based on the stock market. So fuck.
So yeah, big crypto news. HBAR, an ISO 220 certified crypto, is now being supported on Coinbase, which is huge too, because XRP used to be supported by Coinbase, and you had the ability to trade it, but they're going through a lawsuit. The organization Ripple is going through a lawsuit with the SEC, the Security and Exchange Commission, because they're suing them, claiming that XRP is an unlicensed like what, I forget the term, dude. But I had flashcards. Like, it's like an asset that's an unlicensed financial asset that doesn't have any regulation. So they're in a huge lawsuit with the SEC that's been going on for years. So people think, though, once Ripple wins, they think Ripple will win against SEC, and when they do, it's just moon time. And
yes.
Financial advice, but I got Ripple out the nipples. I got Ripple. And people think that XRP could go upwards of like $100 to $1,000. Some people are calling for more, because what this organization is trying to do with their cryptocurrency blockchain, like I was saying, bank to bank, nation state to nation state, we're talking about trillions and quadrillions of dollars being moved around. And for the ability of this coin to move that much amount of money, like a single one has to be worth like a huge amount. And so I got Ripple out the nipples, full disclosure. But I've had it Ripple since like 2017, 2018, when it was like,
oh yeah.
Right now it's about 35 cents. HBAR right now, last I checked, was a little over 6 cents per. And it has a previous high of over 50 cents. So its previous high is 10x from where it is now. And with the next bull run, and with its adoption in Saudi Arabia, and XRP's high was like $3.50 too. So they're about 10 times from their previous high. So we're just waiting for the next Bitcoin happening, because whatever Bitcoin does, everything else follows.
There we go, baby. So what is Bitcoin at right now?
Bitcoin's at like a little over 20,000.
Okay.
Last I checked. But I've been steady saving in crypto. So for the next bull run, we'll see.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know where else I can moon my money like I can in crypto, and I have. So
oh, the moon potential is what gets you. My only question is, what do you think about the hype, the recent hype in the last year or so around crypto day trading? And do you think that's a viable option, way to make money or not? Because I keep hearing all these people around me, seeing these people posting, even people at my work talking about day trading crypto. Oh, I just made 500 here. I just made it, 1,000 here. I just did this and that. It's like, what do you think about that?
I'm not a day trader myself. Everything I invest, I look for long-term potential. Like I don't have the time to day trade. I have like thrown money in low cap altcoins, meme coins to like hopefully like 100x. Like if I throw 100, if you will find a meme coin at like a $10 million market cap, and it has a good website and a good marketing campaign behind it, and it's got a good avatar, you know, like Shiba Inu, you have the potential to like 100x, 1000x your money if you find it really low. If it's a coin in the top 10, you're probably not gonna like 100x your money. Like Bitcoin, if you buy Bitcoin, you're probably not gonna 100x your money. Like in the future, no doubt, like it'll probably go up in value. But so I'll throw like, when I see one, I'll throw like $100 in it, but you got to learn you got to know when to get out, because there's few that I've just left my money and let it ride, and it just is my $100, my $200 has gone to zero. I
Shit.
don't sit there and look at candles on the charts.
Right. So you don't think that that's a sustainable way to make money in crypto?
For some people, it's sustainable. It's just like stock trading, but with larger swings. You have the potential to make more, and make a lot, but like I'm not there. If I was there like studying charts and stuff all day, a lot of people, especially this last year in 2021, there's the big boom. You could throw money at anything and it was going up, right? So everyone thought they were hot shit. But right now, with everything, the Fed raising interest rates, and the crypto markets usually follow the stock market, so everything's down right now. So yeah, there's day traders that day trade in the stock market and they do well. Same in crypto, but if it's your full-time job and you know what you're doing, I'm not a fan personally of day trading.
Yeah. It's not my cup. It doesn't seem like my cup of tea. But a lot of people talk about it and then they try to get you to do it. And then it's just like, I don't want to do that. It's like, is there some product you're trying to sell me? Like, what are you pushing this on me for? That's just how I feel, at least in the last year or so. That's how,
and a lot of the influencers, that's like, that's all they do. They just are there. They work from their computer. That's their life. If you can do that,
yeah.
great. But I can't afford to do that. You can't afford to do that. So
yeah, man.
I look at like future potential, and that's why today in the crypto segment I brought up HBAR, because it's ISO 220 certified. That certification, that ISO 220, that's by the World Economic Forum. So that's
really,
yeah, that's like what all these nation states are agreeing upon is the
acceptable
crypto regulations. That's what it is. And what a lot of people don't like about cryptocurrency is that it's unregulated. There's zero regulation in cryptocurrencies. There's pump and dumps all the time. People don't get in trouble. So that's why nation states are pushing this regulation. And so that's why I wanted to talk about HBAR. And it's it's also relatively low compared to others in the top 10. I think it's around like 30 in the upper 30s in terms of market cap. Last I checked, it was like 3.8 billion in market cap. So if the Saudis go big and support this crypto, they have lots of money. They posted like a 60 something billion net profit last quarter. Q2, the Saudi royal family from their oil in net profit take home, they made over 60 billion.
Jesus.
Largest by any company of all time in one quarter two, 3 months, over 60. I think it was like $68 billion net profit.
Jesus.
And they don't have to pay taxes. They're the royal family. They're Saudi Arabia. There's no income tax, right? They're not getting
Damn.
in their pockets. That's why the Saudi royal family, like, they're all stupid rich. Like, their royal family's trillionaires. Like,
Yeah.
the entire family combined, because the way they do things is different over there. You know, it's all like their money's combined, and they're a royal family. You know, so it's wild. It's
Yeah.
wild.
It's essentially when you say the royal family, you just mean the entire fucking country of Saudi Arabia. You mean all of the money that all of the citizens are paying in taxes, all that shit goes to that family.
Yeah,
That's what that means.
All the oil profits.
Everything, every single thing that has been nationalized, that has been.
But that's also why they're able to get shit done and make cities like Dubai and make this smart city. I'll look it up when you're doing your when you're talking about. I'll look it up real quick and I'll pull up like what it's called, because I think you'd find it really interesting. There's they've made some like renders of like what it's gonna look like, and it's fucking wild. It is one of the most wild cities that is ever going to be created on face of the earth.
Nice.
But yeah, so
all right.
It's a 3.8 million or billion market cap right now. It's already like it can 10x easy. It can 10x easy next bull run. And then in the next 10 years, with it's already got the regulations down, and it's got Saudi money behind it. To see it 100x to 380 billion, like that's what I think Bitcoin's over a little over 400 billion right now. But in 10 years time, to see 100x gain, like that's real potential. So a lot of people want to make a quick buck in crypto. They want to day trade. But if you look in the right places, these cryptocurrencies, these are legit technology organizations. This is just like the next Google. This is the next Apple. This is just a different way of interconnecting technology and on this planet. It's so.
Hell yeah, man. And I love that transition. So we're going to go from talking about this planet. So everything that we've talked about on the podcast up to this point is talking about things on this planet. And, you know, the amazing thing about this planet is that there's nothing amazing about it. That's what's amazing. So.
Okay, I got it. Can I just fix what I was gonna say? In length, this mega, it's a mega city. It's the NEOM Mega City project. It's NEOM Mega City, and it's a city that's supposed to be self-sustaining, emissions free, and currently, if it's built according to the plans, it's supposed to be 105 miles long.
What?
In a straight line, just like, whoop, like, yeah.
So you're walking down a fucking market?
You know how like there's subways that have like underground markets and like subways, and you just walk through the city and the whole thing's just a giant market.
What the fuck? That's awesome.
Can I share this video real quick?
Yeah, do it.
And let me know if you can hear the sound. Can you hear that?
Oh, yeah.
The line. That's what they call it. The line. That's what it's called. The line. I can't hear
what the fuck. It's just music. It's just music.
Oh, okay.
They're not saying anything. Yeah, you're reading it on the screen. No one's saying anything. This looks fucking dope.
indoor trees and stuff.
What in the fuck?
Giant long skyscraper.
London's only 9 million?
But dude, this is what's crazy about like having a royal family run your country and have that much money. They don't have a bureaucracy. If they want to build something like this with their money, they can just do it.
They just hire the contractors instantly.
Yeah. There's none of the BS red tape that happens here in America. They want
No committee boards, no approval. You just do it.
Space elevator. They can build a space elevator if they want.
Well, that's more of a physics question, but yes, they could try.
They could try. They could if they wanted to try, they could try, you know. Okay.
All right. So speaking of physics, then we'll transition on the physics then. Get away from me, dog. Okay. So we're talking about, you know, the biology of life and the contents of the universe. That's basically what I'm talking about. So that's what astrobiology is. And it's an amazing field of study. It doesn't get nearly enough recognition in mainstream science because we haven't found any proof of extraterrestrial life. So whenever you hear of an astrobiologist, you think, what the fuck could you possibly be doing? There's no astrobiology. We haven't found any yet. It's just terra biology. It's just normal biology. There is no astrobiology. So when you think about the whole field of astrobiology, it's kind of a theoretical field. However, it's really not. It's really not a theoretical field at all. Because a lot of the concepts and things that they talk about are just so unequivocally true and understandable that they kind of just have to be taken as legitimate, but they're truly, when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, there's no way to prove anything that astrobiology says, right? We've got tardigrades.
What's that?
Okay. Tardigrade are those little elephant looking things that can survive in outer space. They can survive radiation. They can survive temperatures.
Is that like the thing that was in Star Trek Discovery that they used for the ship to
Yes.
to go on the mycelial network?
Yes. That's exactly what it is.
Except that was a big one. They're not that big.
Yeah, no, they're not that big. They're very small. So that's exactly what it is. Is a tardigrade is something that literally can survive in outer space. It can withstand radiation. They're incredibly resilient. But even at the end of the day, so that's the best thing that we have. There was years ago, and this was.
Where do they normally live, though?
You find them down near, you find them in the ice in Antarctica. You find them down in hot water vents in the bottom of the ocean. You find them everywhere. They're everywhere. What's that?
Are they water creatures?
It doesn't matter. They're on land, in ice, in water. They can survive in space. All of these things. So
interesting.
Yeah, that's what a tardigrade is. And like I said, they survive radiation. So they've been found at Chernobyl, still surviving in Chernobyl in the soil. They're kind of just like it's not a microorganism. I mean, it is. It's kind of exactly what it is a microorganism. But that's kind of our best example of what astrobiology talks about. Is astrobiology talks about life in the most extreme circumstances that we can envision it possible. Okay, so it really is a true scientific field. They're just extrapolating with the data that they have. And I want to start all this off by saying I've talked about this multiple times on the show. This man is a legend. I've literally talked about this like 3 or 4 times. Mr. Frank Drake. Rest in peace. He died last Thursday. Frank Drake, the Drake equation. The equation that denotes that if there are this many galaxies with this many stars that have this many planets around them that are in the Goldilocks zone, that have an atmosphere, that develop life, that develop intelligence, that develop communication, then there's a certain number of communicative civilizations in the galaxy. So that is the Drake equation, and he passed away last week. So rest in peace to a giant. He was absolutely incredible. He ran the. Rest in peace to Dr. Frank Drake.
Moment of silence for Frank Drake. This one's for you, Mr. Drake. Sir Drake.
This one's for you.
Sir Francis Drake.
Sir Francis Drake. If he's not knighted, we're knighting him now.
Oh, remember what happened to the last guy we knighted?
Shit. He's freestyling, but he's still alive, so that would be good. Anyway, so basically what I'm going to talk about is part of why the Drake equation is so believable. And that, because that is all it is a theory. It falls in line with astrobiology. You know, you're just making assumptions. You're extrapolating on known data. That's what the Drake equation is. That's what astrobiology is. So, basically, the foundation of astrobiology is the fact. Let's just go through the top ingredients in the universe, percentage-wise, okay?
Hold on. Let me guess. What's number 1?
Number 1.
Is it? Are we talking about ingredients in life, or are we just talking about amount?
Nope. Amount of material in the universe. Full stop.
So hydrogen.
Hydrogen is number 1. 70%. Vast majority of everything is hydrogen. Okay. Everything.
Number 2, is it helium?
Number 2 is helium. 28% makes up the vast majority of everything else. Okay.
98% is hydrogen and helium in the universe.
That's right. That's right.
And the next is gold. That's why we love it so much. I'm just kidding.
The next is gold. No.
I wish.
So, next on the list, can you guess?
The next element?
Yeah, it's very important to us, and it is the number 3 in the universe. Ooh, that's number 4. We're going for number 3.
Hold on. Dude, I don't have my periodic table. I used to look at it every single day.
It's okay. Just think about what's like important. Most important, like above all.
Oxygen.
For oxygen is number 3 in the universe. In the whole universe.
What's oxygen's periodic table number again?
I think it's like 6. Or no, that's carbon. Oxygen is I don't know. Oxygen is 8. 8.
Okay,
8.
That's why I didn't say oxygen first, because it was a heavier element, and that's why I was thinking first before oxygen.
Yep. So it's oxygen and then carbon. Okay. Number 5 in the universe is neon. It doesn't matter. That's an inert gas. Doesn't really matter. It looks nice in pictures when we take pictures of the universe. Neon is awesome. Number 6. Can you guess number 6 most common element in the universe?
Number 6.
It's also on the same vein as number 3, oxygen.
Like it's the gaseous.
It's in our atmosphere.
Nitrogen.
Yeah. So that's number 6 in the whole universe. Number 6 in the entire universe. Most abundant element. Okay. Number 7, most abundant. You probably wouldn't get this one, but if you start thinking about your body and metals and what you need, then you would. Yes, magnesium is number 7 in the universe. In the universe, bro. Okay, so let's go back through this, okay? Good job, by the way. Holy shit, you fucking slayed that, bro. Good shit.
I love chemistry, dude.
Yeah, me too, man. And this is why astrobiology is awesome, because it brings together chemistry, it brings together theoretical physics, it brings together astronomy, it does everything. It's awesome. So, and biology, it's awesome. So let's go through this again. Number 1 most common element in the universe is hydrogen. It makes up 70% of shit that we know about and can test for that we know about. 70%. Number 2 is helium, 28%. I will just remind you that number 1 and number 2 make up stars. Hydrogen and helium is the vast majority of what makes up a star. Number 3, 1%. So we drop off from 70%, 28%. So we got 2/3 and basically a third, and then everything else is going to be like about 1% or less. But at 1% is oxygen, okay, which is so important to us. Obviously, oxygen is massively important. Number 4 is carbon. That's what we're fucking made out of. Also very important, but it's farther down the line, like you said. So that's what you said about oxygen. The interesting dichotomies come up later. I'll talk about those. Number 5, neon. Doesn't really matter. Inert noble gas. Number 6, nitrogen. Heavily in our atmosphere. Besides oxygen, it's the vast majority of our atmosphere. Oxygen, nitrogen. Magnesium. Main metal in our body. Definitely just a nutrient. Well, I'm not actually sure. I think it's a communication thing with like the electricity in our body. I believe it has to do with electric flow through muscles and such. But
in the fitness world, people will take magnesium to help relax your muscles if you're having cramps.
Right.
Number 1 mineral for muscle contraction is actually calcium. So if you have too much calcium, you'll get muscle cramps.
Yep. Okay. So
eggshells and eat calcium, and I would get cramps.
So now that we have talked about percentage of elements in the universe, let's talk about percentage of elements in the human body. What do you think number 1 is? Let's do the same thing. What do you think number 1 is in the human body? Element.
Carbon.
You got to think of what the body's made out of, and then think about what that's made out of.
Nitrogen or water, hydrogen, oxygen.
Yes. Okay. Oxygen is number 1 in the body. 65% of the elements in our body are oxygen.
Is that in terms of mass or amount of?
Yes. I think it's just amount of element in the body, number of elements. Like,
so in terms of that? In terms of mass, we're mostly oxygen.
Yeah, exactly. We're 65% oxygen because that's what makes up water, which we're 70%.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's why I was saying, like, number of atoms versus the mass. Oxygen is much more massive than a hydrogen atom. That's where I was coming out with that question.
Oh, right. But the oxygen is also being diffused on its own in our bloodstream through our lungs, through the air. So it's a twofold thing. I think it's talking total. I think it's like in your veins, in your lungs, in the like part of the but that's a good point. I don't know actually where I pulled these numbers from, but they're still essentially going to work out to be the same in terms of like the weight in the body. Yeah, let's go with weight. It's probably mass. You are right. It's probably mass. Because number 2 is carbon. Because so yeah, if we were going off of just water, in the body, then hydrogen would be number 2. So we're going off of mass here. That's what we're going. That's what it would mean. So oxygen, 65% of the body. Number 2, carbon, 18%. So you're right. It is going off of mass here. Sorry, I should have checked that before I pulled it. But and then yeah, number 3 is hydrogen. So first 3, okay, oxygen, carbon, hydrogen. Those are the first 3. What were the first 3 in the universe?
Hydrogen, helium, and oxygen.
They're just in a different order in our body. Same ones. They're just in a different order.
No, you said.
Oh no, carbon. Yeah, no. If I go down to the third one here, because obviously helium doesn't matter to us. That's a gas. But if you talk about the first 2, the first 2, oxygen, hydrogen,
Right.
oxygen, hydrogen. Those are the 2 main vehicles for mankind and the universe in terms of the top,
Right.
3 things that go on there.
Yeah, so you kind of have to count that out too.
You count that out in terms of our biology.
Yeah.
But when we're talking about like things in the universe and things that we use in our body, oxygen and hydrogen are in the top 3. Oxygen and hydrogen are in the top 3 of the whole universe. So the chances already are looking just crazy that the top 2 of the top 3 things that we're made out of are 2 of the same top 3 things that the universe is made out of. Okay. So, and we're talking on our body scale, hydrogen and oxygen make up 10% and 65%. So that's 75% of our body are made up of oxygen and hydrogen. Okay. That's all the water. That's the 70% water that we're made out of.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 70% of the universe is hydrogen, 1% is oxygen. That's 71% versus 75% that the universe, it's in the same ratio, bro. It's in the same fucking ratio.
What's the Earth?
I don't know about the Earth.
It's the same.
It's probably the fucking same. A lot of silica though.
Earth is 70% water.
Yeah, there we go. The surface is. Yes, absolutely. A lot of the bottom is silica particulate.
Yeah, I was just thinking of like the surface. You're right.
I love that though. We're thinking in the right way now. But I'm just talking about like, so 70% of the actual universe.
It's flat.
What's up?
It's flat. Then it's 70% water.
Oh yeah, because it's flat. You kind of started glitching out. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
You started glitching out. Did I hear flat Earth?
Yeah, it's 70% water if it's flat Earth.
Oh fuck. I can't hear you, bro.
That means you're about to disconnect on me. Oh, there he goes. All right, he's back. He's back.
I do be back though.
I had to put on a loading screen. I had to go rock a piss. So
Fuck yeah. All right. So
no, I said the flat Earth. If the Earth's flat, it's 70% water.
that's right. That's
Oh.
exactly right. But no, you know what? There is a lot of water in the rock. They think that's where the majority of our oceans came from, was from the silica rock. When it's out there in the primordial solar system, it bonds with a lot of this oxygen because oxygen is number 3 in the universe, and hydrogen is there as well. So they can bond together. They can coincide to create water. And the silicon is, that's way down the line, on universal substances.
Mhm.
That's what rock is, and that's why the solar system is so special, is because that's all rock. The major part of the universe is the stars, which is hydrogen, helium, number 1 and number 2. But then when you get to what matters to us is terrestrial bodies, that's silica and oxygen, and the hydrogen that's also loose with the oxygen kind of all coincides when the planet comes together. So that's why oceans take millions of years to form, is because it's a slow leaching process of that oxygen, hydrogen coming out of the rock, coming together, creating the water, and then getting pushed to the surface because it's lighter than the silica. So,
or you can see it's more buoyant than silica.
Exactly.
It floats to the top.
Exactly, because that's how shit works in physics. So, number 4 in the body, nitrogen. Number 5, calcium. Do we got a guess on number 6? It smells bad.
Sulfur. If you give me a
Close.
hint. Oh, damn it. Oh, my God. Methane, or CH3. That's a compound. Fuck. It smells bad.
Well, it smells not bad. It'll kill you. Phosphorus.
Oh, phosphorus. I was gonna say boron.
Number 7. If you drop a big chunk of it in water, it'll blow up. It's also used to stop cramps.
Oh, magnesium?
Oh, no.
Oh, what? No.
It's in bananas.
Potassium.
Yeah, there it is. So that's number 7. Number 8 is sodium.
I was thinking magnesium because magnesium does the same thing. You toss it in water, it catches fire. So
right.
Okay,
so we got number 1 in the body is oxygen, number 2 is carbon, number 3 is hydrogen, number 4 is nitrogen, number 5 is calcium, 6 is phosphorus, 7 potassium, 8 sodium. So basically the big deal here is that number 4 in the universe, carbon, and number 2 in our body, carbon, can bond with up to 4 elements at a time. Okay, so it can create complex motherfucking things. Okay, so carbon is the most bondable element that exists, and it's amazing that it's number 4 in the universe because it's so bondable. It makes no sense. You go from hydrogen, helium, oxygen to carbon in terms of amount in the universe, and carbon is just so bondable. So that's great for us because that means that our bodies are able to do these incredible things. Create bones with the calcium combined with the carbon, combined with the phosphorus, carbon combined with the potassium, carbon combined with the sodium. All of these different structures in our body that carbon can combine with make for the building blocks of like what we're made out of. And carbon being so common in the universe and in our body is not a coincidence because, number 1 and number 3, oxygen, hydrogen in our body, and number 1 and number 3 in the universe, hydrogen and oxygen in our body. Number 4 is carbon. Number 2 is carbon. So now we're talking out of the top 4 elements in the universe, hydrogen, helium, oxygen, carbon, top 3 elements of the body, oxygen, carbon, hydrogen. So we keep going down this line. And it's like you keep seeing this where the most common elements in the universe are the most common elements, and besides helium, are the most common elements in the human body. They're just mixed up in different ratios, and they're really not. But it's an incredible occurrence. And so when you just think about it logically and you apply the Frank Drake equation to this notion that the most common elements in the universe are the most common elements in our body, and the chances of this coming together the same way as it has here across this vast fucking universe are just insurmountable. The chance that something like this exists besides here is a guarantee. It's a certainty, So just because the numbers match up that way, it's like if we were some special ass being, if we were special truly as humans, we were actually specials and not just animals. If we were actually special, we would be made up of fucking gold and motherfucking crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like shit that comes after a supernova. Like you don't need a supernova to create us, really. Like you do need some supernova materials down the road. Like when you get to iron and stuff, like our body does need iron, and you need a supernova for iron. So we do technically need some supernova remnants to exist. But when you look at it on the grand scheme, we really don't even need a supernova to exist. We can just be made up of core universe elements after the inflationary period, which is there has to be extra.
We need iron for hemoglobin for our bodies to carry oxygen.
Right.
Red blood cell.
Right. And iron only exists after a star goes supernova. So we are technically a post-supernova civilization, and that's one of the questions that astrobiologists ask. Is the universe is 3.4 billion years old. A star like our sun takes 10 billion years to go through its death phases. Other stars that do go supernova, it takes a couple of billion years at the least. That's normally a multi-billion year process. So we're trying to figure out in the grand scheme of the universe where we are at in the timescale. Are we one of the first civilizations, or are we one of the later civilizations? Are there many more? And it's looking like the more that we look at it, we might be one of the first post-supernova civilizations. It could be the case.
Oh, we could be first. We could be
first.
It is
just because of the amount of iron in our body that it takes for us to exist like this. And let me not misstate myself here. I'm saying we could be one of the first post-supernova civilizations or creatures to arise. But there could be, like I said, the first 3 ingredients in our body, they don't need, including carbon, which is the one that bonds with everything.
There could be life that's not as highly evolved as us.
Exactly.
Plants and stuff where
that have intelligence.
Iron, they don't need it like we do.
Yeah, and we don't know if iron is necessary for intelligence. Maybe that's just necessary for our body, but the intelligence portion, like, where does that come into it, So, and that's what comes into the communication part of the Drake equation and all that stuff. So, it is a fascinating area of study. It is an incredible psychological path to go down when you're thinking about, are we alone in the universe? Are we alone? Probably not. Even if we're the first post supernova civilization to come out of some sort of evolutionary process, there might be complex life. And that's where you find the distinction. Complex intelligence. That's where the things. I don't know what plants. They probably do need, nitrogen and phosphorus and all of these other things. So it's like nitrogen's only number 6 in the universe. But it could still play a big role. And magnesium is number 7 in the universe. So you could have theoretically maybe a person that doesn't need the iron for the hemoglobin to carry. Maybe they use the magnesium to carry the oxygen. Who knows? So
Or they don't need
that's
oxygen. They can use a different element to carry a different element. And they can
it
run
could
off.
be well, but oxygen. Yeah, maybe they live off the helium. Maybe they breathe in the helium because that's number 2 in the universe. So I'm sure there are plenty of worlds like Jupiter that are big bunches of hydrogen and helium, where maybe they just breathe the helium out of there, like where we breathe the nitrogen out of the air, and the oxygen gets recycled a lot of the time. Flip that, where we breathe out the nitrogen and the oxygen goes into the body. Maybe it's the same thing with like the helium and the oxygen. Maybe they breathe out the oxygen and they use the helium that they breathe in the atmosphere of like a Jupiter planet, or like because that's one of the most common types of planets is a Jupiter type planet, a hot Jupiter. Yep, a hot Jupiter because they're close to the sun, so there's energy, there's heat, and you're gonna have a hydrogen, helium, oxygen atmosphere, guaranteed.
It could be that we just haven't, like, we're in a relatively, like, we're further out in the galaxy. We're not the furthest out of the galaxy, but we're not near the
We
center.
are on an arm.
But we're not near the center where most of the stuff is. You know, it could be like everything is near the center. All the city, it's like we're in a rural part of the galaxy.
We could be in Montana.
Yeah. But you go closer to the supermassive black hole at the center of the galaxy. It could
That's San Francisco.
City, you know, San Francisco. God forbid Los Angeles.
God forbid.
Hollywood. I hope our galaxy's not like Hollywood, dude.
I hope not, bro. That'd be horrible.
But
that's just kind of.
I kind of like it out here in the rural sticks.
Me too, man. I don't need alien encounters every day, but it would be cool every once in a while to get a visitor.
Dude, we are, dude. The UAP.
Yes.
Oh, that is pizza, dude. I saw that sitting there the whole time, and I'm like, I kept thinking, man, that looks like pizza. What is that? It was pizza.
St. Regis Pizza, bro. They do a thin crust, New York style, bro, in St. Regis.
There's a Pronto's New York pizza here in Folsom. Oh, dude, so good. I like it. Some people don't, but I thought we went there one time and it was delicious.
They just started doing this. They had not done this before. Montana pizza is like fucking a pie.
I'm not a fan of pies.
I don't fucking like the pie. I don't like the fucking bullshit runny shit. Look at that shit. That holds its.
The Chicago deep dish can get lost.
If I wanted soup, I'd order soup.
Yeah, I'd order some tomato bisque. I don't want to have to eat my pizza with a spoon.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Well, that's really all I had on that. Was it like astrobiology is a real field if you apply it theoretically in that framework the right way, where it's like the universe is what we're made out of, and if you're going to say that we're special in any way, try to find it, and there's no chance that there's not life out there. So yeah.
I heard this guy talking about how even in places where we don't think life could form, there's potential for life. And he was talking about how there's actually, like on Mercury,
Yosemite. Right? Oh,
Yosemite is a life in Yosemite.
No, in the hot water pools, there's potentially arsenic based life, not carbon based, arsenic based.
Right. Well,
maybe
this guy was talking about Mercury, even though as the closest the closest planet to the sun, near the poles, there's actually like quite a bit of oxygen that they've detected on Mercury.
Yeah,
like way more than previously thought. Like how there's ice and stuff. And
yeah, I think on Venus.
It was a while ago. I was listening to him, but right here, Mercury.
Recently,
right here, Mercury. So the composition of Mercury, I'm on the Wikipedia page. Number 1 is hydrogen. Number 2 is helium. Number 3 is oxygen.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Same shit as in the universe, bro. Yeah, it's just the building blocks right there.
Oh, and I'm on the atmosphere of Mercury. That's in the atmosphere. There's
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
a lot
The
more oxygen in that, and I mean it's a thin atmosphere, but yeah.
I mean the ground is obviously all silicate material, you know. Silicon carbon combined to create certain different rocks.
So the guy I was listening to, I think he was speculating a little bit, but he was talking about how the poles of Mercury, especially because Mercury has like a 70-day rotation or orbit. I don't remember, but it was
No. The orbit is super slow, or the rotation is slow. The orbit's fast.
Right. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
orbit's slow as fuck. The
I think he
rotation
said it was because it has such a slow rotation. There's the side of Mercury that doesn't get done at the time.
Roasted.
Well, the side that doesn't get roasted gets really cold, right?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
And on that side near the poles, it gets super cold, and as the temperatures
ferrofluid,
as the temperatures decrease, that the atmosphere gets thicker there because it's so cold.
Yeah.
And then he was talking about how you could like take off your helmet and like breathe in the oxygen there. I don't know about that, but
really,
that is a real thing. There is like, because it's so cold, the atmosphere will get thicker.
You would hit a Goldilocks zone at some point.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah, that's what he's arguing, and I understand that. That's valid. In Venus recently had a detection of phosphine, which is a biological marker of life. That's like only complex life produces phosphine. Like that's the only. There's no geological process creates phosphine gas. And they thought they detected it on Venus. It was a misreading, but that took like 6 months to figure out, bro. The whole community was like, phosphine, life on Venus, microbiology, let's go.
If you were a gambling man and you were to make a bet, do you think it's more likely to find life on Venus or life on Mars?
Life on Mars. I'm going Mars. Just because of the distance, less radiation. There was definitely liquid water on Mars at one point. So the chances of life having formed on Mars with the distance of radiation and the ability to sink below the crust, to the warmth to avoid the radiation now, because now it has radiation because there's no atmosphere there anymore. But it used to have an atmosphere.
No magnetosphere.
Yeah. No magnetosphere. No atmosphere. But there still could be kinetic heat left over in the core. So there still could be subterranean oceans and microbiological organisms, or maybe even bigger than that, living down there for sure, left over from when it for sure had an atmosphere, for sure had liquid water on the surface, for sure, and for sure had a magnetic field. It was basically just like Earth a billion years before Earth, So it's also 4.2 billion years old, just like our solar system, except its Goldilocks zone was a billion years before ours. And that's why when you think about panspermia is the idea that a massive asteroid would have hit Mars and taken biology from Mars and relocated it to Earth. Well, Earth was just entering its Goldilocks zone. That's why life only appears at a certain point, rather than being there from the beginning. It is because the oldest rock that we have to study is 2 billion years old. All the other rock we can't test. The oldest rock we can possibly look at is 2 billion years old, and it's inert. There's no life. So you can take that however you'd like.
Oldest rock
the idea of
Mars or oldest rock here on Earth?
Here on Earth.
Okay.
2.4 billion years, I think. Crust. Part of the crust that's still here. I think it's in Australia or something somewhere. But yeah, so when you think about what Mars used to be like, I think the life was definitely there, not at Venus. Could it have been on Venus too? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, probably, yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
Venus is a weird one. Venus, its orbit is non-conventional, or not its orbit, its rotation is non-conventional. Right? It isn't it
it's
spinning,
also
it's spinning the wrong way.
oh well
That's
no,
Uranus or something, or
that's Uranus. Yeah, that's Uranus. But Venus has the runaway greenhouse effect now.
It's
So
rotation is super slow though too.
it's quite slow, and there's an extremely whereas like this is what I'm talking about, phases. Okay, so the Goldilocks zone is a strip. So imagine this. Okay, so just you got to look at it like this. Here's Mercury, or sorry, here's Venus, here's Earth, and here's Mars. Okay, so
One Venus day is 243 Earth days.
yep. So it rotates slower than it orbits.
Yeah, way slower.
Yeah. So this is the Goldilocks zone. Okay, so it used to be out here with Mars.
It does have a backwards rotation too.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. It's spinning the Earth spins counterclockwise, right?
Oh, it depends on where you're looking at, man. It's all relative.
Yeah, it has a backwards rotation and it spins super slow. So that's some people theorize that like it got hit by a meteor and like it fucked up its rotation.
Nice. Yeah, that's I mean, that happened with Uranus too, I believe. Or is it Saturn? No, it's Uranus. Or that's why Uranus is on its side.
Yeah, it's on its side.
Yeah, they think that was a meteor impact or an asteroid impact as well.
A lot of catastrophe out here, man. It's a hard
A
world
lot of it.
in the sticks of the Milky Way galaxy.
Just in the soul system, the system of the soul. That's the name of our sun, is Sol, SOL. That's
Yeah.
our sun's name. So the system of the soul is where it's real tough out here, man. Because so here's Venus, here's Earth, here's Mars. The Goldilocks zone used to be out here. It has shifted to here. I think potentially it could go to here. And just because Mars had the most time to cool down, because initially that's what it was. It was proximity to the sun, having your rock cool down. The gravitational forces keep the heat here less than out here. So this had a chance to. What's that?
So like with what you're saying, because of gravity, it's also smaller. So the heat's
It's also smaller.
Get away faster.
Right. And so it had a chance to cool down, had a chance to get an atmosphere, had a chance to develop life. So I think if life did start in the solar system, I'm actually in the camp that it probably started on Mars. Maybe. I mean, there's no surface evidence for that right now. If I'm a conspiracy theorist in any way, that's my conspiracy, is that I think life probably started on Mars just because it had an atmosphere and a magnetosphere, or a magnetic field, and heat and oceans, water, H2O, water, oceans, everything a billion years before Earth. Okay, so that's why I think that's probably where life started. And then I think an asteroid probably impacted Mars and launched something like a tardigrade that can survive space travel, that repopulated here, and that's where the DNA chain started on Earth. But I could be wrong. Maybe it did just start on Earth. Maybe it didn't get launched out in an asteroid. But I think having a billion-year head start is probably a bigger chance rather than life spontaneously arising on Earth. I think it would, in the short amount of time that it did here, like a billion years or whatever our life history is. I think I don't know how far life goes back. We should fact check that one. Jamie, how old is life on Earth? What is the first evidence of life on Earth? Because I think Mars,
he makes the
I think Mars having an atmosphere a billion years ahead of ours definitely means that they had a head start on producing life. I'm thinking the oldest life is like 900 million. Or like maybe 700 million.
Well, the first thing that pops up on Google when I search how far back does life on Earth go, it says 3.8 billion years.
Life?
Yeah, life. And Wikipedia says earliest known life forms on Earth are putative fossilized microorganisms found in hydrothermal vent precipitates, considered to be about 3.42 billion years old.
3.42 billion years old on Earth.
And then it says earliest time for the origin on Earth is at least 3.77 billion years ago, possibly as early as 4.28 billion years.
And that's about as old as the solar system is. So, you know, the ideas are wide ranging on DNA, especially. Because you know,
4.5 billion years.
Yeah,
a little bit more than five. It
a
says
little bit more.
543 billion years old.
Right. So panspermia, you know, it's a potential for complex life. Like when I was talking about a tardigrade, I'm not talking about life like microbes. You know, I'm talking about complex life.
Right.
Like a tardigrade got launched, you know, in terms of like a DNA helix, like a DNA structure, you know. Not to walk back what I was saying at all, but that is a good context to give that there is like microbial life that has existed for 3 billion years on Earth, at least. But in terms of complex, multicellular, real life like tardigrades, I think it probably developed on Mars first, and then maybe traveled through the space to us, just because our atmosphere and our shit wasn't developed, you know, like that to support multicellular life until much later. But so yeah, and that's just talking about where we come from. You know, obviously mushrooms. That's I mean, single cellular, you know, conglomerations of like mycelial networks and things like that. That probably goes way back to that ancient age here on Earth. You know, and who knows? Maybe we're aliens. Maybe we're not. Well, that's the big question.
There's a theory that it wasn't like out of the oceans. It wasn't plants first that were life on land or land organisms. It was actually fungal matter, because you can't just plant plants onto a rock. You need to have like a soil composition, which is like
that's what mushrooms fucking do.
You need something to decompose the rock and create that soil. So you needed like a mycelial network and some sort of fungal action going to decompose that rock. So plants.
I'm sure that is how all of the plants started, and all of the like the trees and all the moss and all of that stuff got here. I'm sure that's all the single cellular life that was on Earth that 4.2 billion years ago, whatever it was. I'm sure
knows for sure. There's like a lot of like,
but I'll guarantee that is the same single cellular life that started there, is the same stuff that started the foundation for the landscape. What I'm talking about is multicellular life and complex life. Yeah. So, but it's just an incredible conversation to have, because I'm sure given enough time, you know, I think given enough time, Venus will also probably have a great chance to have a Goldilocks zone to develop life. You know, once the star cools down, once it goes through its phases, once it turns into a red dwarf, or I suppose it will be a red dwarf. A red dwarf star remnant left over from a supergiant phase, which are through its its expanded life cycles. So it's at that point, I think Venus will have its heyday. So I think Mars is where it may be developed. I think Earth is where it is now, and I think Venus will one day be the cradle of civilization after the sun has gone through its phases. Maybe.
I can't wait to see it. I'll be there.
We'll be in cryostasis till then. That was it, man. That's all I got on the life in the universe, bro. I think it's out there.
I think it's out there too. I think it's here.
Hell yeah, man.
Do you got any other topics for
I mean, I do. I have to talk about the county appraiser coming out to my property uninvited, and I almost got in an altercation.
He's trying
I'll
to
save
tell
that for next week. We'll see. I don't know, man. I was real pissed. I'd had a couple drinks, and he showed up unannounced, pulled right into my driveway, kicking up dust and shit. I'm gonna leave that for another day to talk about.
Oh man, I want to hear about that. Are you got to be drinking for that one?
Yeah, I'll be drinking for that one.
Oh, dude. Why
That'll
is
be
he
next week,
business, dude?
bro. I don't even know, man. I'm still doing research, but
Trying
I'll
to
hit you with the story
tag
next.
your buildings on there.
Probably. He was lying, and it was bullshit, and it was all bullshit. So
Okay, I can't wait to hear that one.
yeah, next week I'll be in East Glacier Park, coming at you from a bar, probably.
Okay, sweet.
All right, man. Great podcast.
The no name podcast.
The No Name podcast for the moment is out.
Peace out, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Oh wait, hold on. We gotta do the comments.
Oh yeah, we got to do comments.
We gotta do comments. Well,
Shit.
why? I don't know why all these people in the comment they just want free content. They don't ever send any super chats. They should be sending. If they really want me to read their comment, like, come on, donate. Like, we got electricity bills and stuff out here. He's in Montana.
I don't. I'm on solar. Just kidding. You can hear my generator in the background.
Rich says, have you heard of the Braves pitcher Spencer Strider? Nope. I'll look him up though. Rich also says, did you know if you rub a banana peel on your license plate letters and spread it out across it and use your camera to take a picture of your plate, you can't see it. The potassium mixes with the metal. Interesting.
Okay. We're talking illegal tactics. I love it.
And then he said, that hurt like a butt cheek on a stick. I don't know what he's referring to, but.
Bro, what is that? That's like, no. That hurt like a butt cheek on a stick. What's that from? What's that fucking from, bro? Oh, what the fuck is that from? God damn it. I know that's from something.
Said, bro, Riverside Pizza is the closest to New York pizza you can get, Brody. I'm telling you.
Oh, Riverside is fire.
Where is that at? Is that in Roseville?
Yeah, it's right across from the motocross rink.
Okay, I'll have to check it out. And then Nate tuned in. My coworker Nate. He said,
"Fuck yeah."
He said, "You talking about Mercury in retrograde?" SOL, speed of light. Rich says, I'd say get Risty first, LOL. He might be ready more. I don't know what I'm going to talk about.
Okay, we got Risty next week then.
I know Rich will come hot with something to talk about. Rich has always got some cool, interesting facts and tidbits. And then Nate says, I do Nate all day. Nate wants to be on too.
Oh, well, have Nate on next weekend then.
Yeah, Nate would be cool. Nate's got a lot of interesting facts and tidbits too.
Let's go with Nate.
Rich at the end said, read the comments. And so I did read the comments.
Let's go.
My son said it was when I was trying to talk into the food. Yeah, Riverside is heat. And that's it. We got 5 people watching now. Thanks everybody for tuning in live.
Y'all killing it.
Remember, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, go comment in the chat section. Go send us super chats and the Matrix, they're out here trying to ban us. They're
trying to ban us, bro.
Business from every single angle. Try to log into my apps and it just delete. Can't get access to anything. I had to go in and do account recoveries on all my crypto exchanges this week. Man, it was wild, dude. So don't hear from us in the future. We're gonna be we're on Rumble, but we might have to start live streaming on Rumble. So go make an account on Rumble, go follow us on Rumble, go follow us on Spotify, go leave us everybody. If you got Spotify right now, we need your help. We need you to go to Spotify. We need you to go do a review, 5 stars on Spotify. We're trying to get up in the charts right there. You can also find us on Anchor, which is a part of Spotify's platform. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, and You can also get us on Google Podcasts. And we got a website. We got a website too. You can find us on our website. It's just all of our podcasts getting reposted, but you can find us everywhere. Go follow us. I'm on Getter. I'm on Twitter too, but you gotta go get on Getter, and because that's where all the cool kids hang out. And go buy a Tribal Fitness t-shirt. Hit me up if you want some desiccated beef liver and magic mushrooms.
Yes, sir. Basics or no name out.
Misogynist out.